Hi, everybody. We've been discussing finances in our house, for the kids' sake and the dog.
Yeah, we got
got-
Zoe's college fund.
Yeah, we've got
Then there's
stuff.
the 401k.
Let me see that one. That's CDs. I don't think CDs are recommended.
Mutual funds
So,
are always my question on
we-
which ones to.
We take a lot of advice from professionals, but we figured out something that we're going to do. We're buying lottery tickets. Let's go. Off to Wyoming.
Evanston, honey, let's do it.
Woo! Financial security. There you go. On our way to become millionaires.
Well, no, not only that, we brought back some tickets too that we're going to give away on Facebook Live today. So if you're watching a Facebook Live, good morning. How are you?
Wait, what?
So nice to see you. Let's go to the morning mountain cam, shall we?
Whoa, what?
This is brought to you by Black Diamond Experts. That is electric, plumbing, heating, and air. No, we talked
We
about
should
this
have talked
yesterday.
more
I got
about this.
No, I got a bunch for us.
Yeah.
And then I got one that we were going to share. We
Uh-huh.
were going to share. There's 4 series of numbers there, so we're going
Okay.
to give those away today
Yeah.
on Facebook Live.
Okay.
So that could be on the Get Part Approved page, or the Get Part Daily, or on the Todd and Erin page. So good morning,
All
everyone.
right, so I don't
One
want
of
to
these
be...
could be yours, and if you win that money, you so
wait a
better-
minute. This is... No, stop.
You better buy us
Stop.
lunch, and there better be lobster.
Lunch? I tell you what. This is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
And I could be a dirty dog. But what if we have our tickets, right? We have the tickets. And let's say we give one away at random. I'm not even looking, and I'm giving it away, right? And what if that one wins?
Then they get the money, and we're happy for them.
But if we... I just don't...
And they buy us lobster.
I'm kind of liking $430 million, and then we'll take care of the listener.
You don't think that you don't think that they're gonna like kick in a little bit to us if they win with 430 million? Because I think they'll have some room there. You know, it'll be like at the blackjack table in Vegas. You win, you throw some chips over the dealer. It's gonna be like that for us.
How about a pizza shows up?
Oh, that way. Unless there's $20 million underneath it, I would be pretty sad.
Is that where we're going with 20?
I think that's fair. 420 million. Let's not be greedy. If we get 400, if they get 420 million and you get 20,
Yeah.
how much more do we need?
I don't know. We went to Evanston yesterday. Obviously, we're going to show you our trip coming up during the show.
Yes, we took our children with us on the Todd
Four
of Sin.
Four stories we're going to talk about this morning. Go.
A fiance gives his girl an engagement ring that's too small to encourage her to lose weight.
Number 2, we're going to win the lottery.
Number 3, we have your Powerball tickets.
Number 4, we're going to win the lottery. Those are the
Okay.
4 tickets.
All right, we'll go with that. Okay, this
So-
is something kind of unfortunate to start keeping an eye out for.
Right.
Police responded Monday to a report of an individual who is representing representing himself as a police officer.
Sure.
This is kind of
Have
scary.
you ever been pulled over by a plain clothesman in a car that's not marked?
And it's got the lights in the dashboard, and you're like,
Yeah, in the grill. Yeah.
You're like, come on, I'm not sure about this. No, according to the Post, the woman was traveling on Brigham Road, and she turned onto Hidden Valley Drive. She was pulled over by a white, unmarked 4-door sedan with a red rotating police light placed on the dash. By the way, it's red and blue. Police are the only ones who can use red and
He's
blue.
a fireman.
That's the first dead giveaway.
Isn't
red
he
and
a
blue.
fireman now?
No, he was wearing a police-style uniform when he approached the woman on the left side of her vehicle.
Style.
And asked her if she knew why he pulled her over, according to
Right.
the report, which noted the man did not ask her for her identification or her insurance information, which, as we all remember,
That seems odd.
license and insurance, that's usually the first thing they say. The woman had already become suspicious of the alleged officer when she told him she hadn't been speeding and that he must be mistaken. He started banging on her window with his flashlight and demanded she get out of the car. Now, she's a smart girl. She had her window rolled up so that she could barely, speak out enough to talk to him. She refused to do it. She locked the car, called someone she knew. He started banging on her flashlight with her window with his flashlight, and she was afraid that he would actually break it. When he realized she had called 911, he left. But the warning here is there's somebody pulling over, ideally, I'm suspecting women, and wearing a police-style uniform. And you are within your rights to stay in your car.
Absolutely.
And call 911 and
Right.
say, I feel unsafe. I would like verification that this is a police officer. Now here's the tricky part. If the dispatcher on 911 comes back and says yes, demands his badge identification number, and he gives it to you, then yes, you need to roll down the window and comply with all of it.
Once you're done,
no matter whether you're comfortable or not. But you have the right to request his badge number
Right.
and verify that this is actually an officer.
and verbalize that, and then maybe the words, "I want to see your supervisor."
Yeah, I'd like to
helps
see
too.
somebody else because
We'd like another cop
I was
here.
I was stopped once where I had that, and it was on that Canyon Road when I was coming up to see you, and that was the only time I've ever felt unsafe. Like I wanted somebody else.
And what
there.
did you do?
I just went through it, and it was a big
dialed
mistake.
up. Remember?
I dialed you.
Right.
And it was I should have probably dialed 911. But in any case, that's just the warning. Someone's around. Someone's doing that, and he's wearing a police style uniform.
Style uniform.
I know. I just like the phrasing of that. It's very careful.
It's very not Nazi-esque. I'm going to tell you a story, and I want you to think what this makes you feel. So, Cleo Cooper, she's from Wales.
Chloe.
Her boyfriend said, "Oh, I love you so much, and I want to marry you." And so we got her a ring.
That's wonderful. An engagement ring. That's so
It's
cool.
such a cool ring. And so basically, he gave her the ring, and she noticed right off the bat that the ring wouldn't go past her knuckle.
That seems like a problem. I remember.
So
I don't know
he
how you
sized
got my
it wrong.
rights. I don't know how you got my sizing, but it was perfect.
Stole one of your rings.
That would be a good
And
one.
I had it sized. It wouldn't go over her knuckle. And so the issue
That's
was
so discouraging.
is that her guy evidently bought it small on purpose.
What do you mean?
He bought it on purpose because Chloe at the time weighed 217 pounds.
Okay.
Okay.
So a bit larger of a girl.
The
size
woman
20-ish.
the woman he fell in love with was 217 pounds.
This is who you love. This is the person.
And then he said to her that he can wear it, she can wear the ring. Prepare yourself when you lose weight.
Oh, you did not do that. You did not do that.
When
You did
she-
not do that.
And here's the funny thing. It's like, that's the end of the story. Because evidently he died or something. You can wear it when you lose weight.
Well, the reason why you're seeing these pictures now is that I actually contacted Chloe on Facebook, and it took some digging to actually get permission because I wanted to use permission to use these photos. She took these photos after she dumped this guy and said, it motivated me to get healthy, but not to be with him in any possible way ever.
Right.
Now, and she had to close down that Facebook account because it was because the story had gone viral and there were so many
Right.
comments.
Right.
And she started back up again, and her latest picture is with a very nice looking young man who was her current
Ah,
boyfriend.
fun.
So I'm glad you got healthy for yourself.
Right.
He can take his engagement ring
She's not
and he
s-
can stick it straight up his nose.
Or lower.
Lower's good too.
Could be lower.
Yeah, good
You
for
know,
you,
you
Chloe.
never know. Okay.
Yeah.
I
I can't even imagine a man saying that to me with a straight face. You love me, but you just told me that my engagement ring's not going to fit till I lose weight.
Not really marriage material, I'm thinking.
No.
Oh, Game of Thrones. Everybody watched Sunday. Everybody had a great time. Things were revealed. It was the season opener, big thing. Now, remember the
Week after last.
ransomware. Do you remember the ransomware?
Yeah, this is somebody who actually managed to hack into HBO's database.
The whole season.
They pulled the season, and
whole season.
they're threatening to reveal all of the plot points unless they get money. They get Bitcoin.
Well, evidently, the world, the Secret Service, the police, the dog catcher, they all like Game of Thrones, and they went after him, and they actually made 4 arrests.
This is apparently just the tip of the iceberg, which is the depressing part. But yeah, police in India arrested 4 people who leaked the episode of Game of Thrones before its air date. This is the one that was aired on August 4th, one day before it was supposed to be on
Right.
HBO.
Right.
And they filed a complaint. And this is the part that's really sad. They used the channel that they used still had the channel watermark on the show as they cheated and aired it a day early, so it was kind of like a dead giveaway that they could go over and find you because the watermark was right there. That was probably not the smartest of your efforts, so it was pretty easy to figure out which company had aired it first. But yeah, they got charged with criminal breach of trust and computer-related offenses.
Right.
And in India, I'm guessing it's a lot less comfortable in jail than it would be in other places. So
I'm thinking
Good luck.
they should give them the punishment they give people on Game of Thrones.
no, you apparently haven't watched Game of Thrones. Nobody deserves the punishments they give out on Game of Thrones.
That, my friends, would be justice.
No. One guy got a mace in the head and he splattered everywhere.
Well, that'll teach him.
Yeah. And then there was Greyjoy's dad who got killed on the potty for Father's Day. So I'm just saying maybe not.
Okay.
Do any of those at all.
Wimp.
All right, whatever. Okay, this is a local one, and it's kind of, I'm trying not to make it too involved, but it bugged me because this is one of the things that the medical system is supposed to protect us from. And the fact that this kept happening and over, and the guy was hired over and over, makes me wonder why.
What was happening?
Okay, well, AL was hospitalized on New Year's Eve, and she felt weird about the way her nurse was treating her. He was like fixing her heart monitor, but his hands were lingering on her chest. Right. He did all these things that she's never had a healthcare provider do. And when he left the room,
sounds creepy.
He gave her champagne and dosed her with pain medication through an IV without asking her if she needed
wait.
any.
Well. What hospital serves champagne? Because I'm ready.
Yeah. The nurse is identified as 53-year-old Adam Kyun Lim, and when he left the room, she started crying, praying that he wouldn't come back. She was too scared to report the touching right away.
Right.
But she eventually told the hospital when an employee conducting surveys for Intermountain Medical Center called and asked her about her stay at the Murray facility. Now, here's the part that makes me crazy. It wasn't until later that she would learn she was not the first patient to report that Lim had groped her. She was the 11th. They've had 11 reports.
11 complaints.
Over a series of different medical centers that Lim assaulted them sexually.
Right.
And he kept getting hired, and he was never charged.
Wow.
Now, by the time that the charges were finally filed against him, 12 women had come forward in the past decade. This has been going on for a decade.
Wow.
Complaining that he was violated. At least 4 facilities, that's including St. Mark's Hospital, write these down, Jordan Valley Medical Center's West Valley campus, Intermountain Medical Center in Murray, and a rehabilitation center all received at least 1 complaint of inappropriate touching. St. Mark's and IMC at least had 4. So AL...
Is there no database for this?
Who's the patient recently filed a lawsuit against IMC saying you should have done a background check on this guy.
I thought they do.
Apparently it wasn't thorough enough. She said they should have protected me. They made me feel like I was crazy.
We did a background check on the person who takes care of our dog when we're not home.
You should see the one we did on our nanny.
Because he's in our house. Seriously.
And the most vulnerable point in your life, and the fact that this guy, can you show his picture one more time?
Yeah,
because I'd like to know if I ever enter an emergency room again. I'd like to be certain that he's not there.
He's back there
again.
Can you
show the picture one more time?
They're working on it. Today's a crazy morning.
It is a crazy day, but it just...
There he is. Are you happy?
He looks very friendly,
right.
Very supportive. But I don't understand how you could get 12 complaints about this person over a series of that many medical centers, and he kept getting hired. I would like some explanations from the hospital's
administrator. Background check on the person who takes care of our dog when we're away. Just making a point. All right, time for information. But before we do that, just want to say coming up, we're going to give you a little bit more of the adventure of us buying lottery tickets for $430 million.
And your first chance to win your first winning
still
number. Yes, we're going to do that. We promised.
Oh, Daisy.
All right, we're going to Daisy in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom. She is brought to you by Fink & McGregor. Mortgage is made simple. Just go to fink-mcgregor.com. Executive Transportation. Well, a beautiful fleet of Escalades is ready to take you anywhere you want to go. Just contact them at executiveutah.com to book your ride. And All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. 24-hour service. Just call them at allutahplumbing.com. Daisy, my darling, what is going on today?
Hello, everyone. Here's what's making headlines Wednesday, August 16th on GephartDaily.com. Police in West Valley City are trying to determine the identity of a man whose body was found late Tuesday night lying on the road near 3100 South, near 1907 West. Investigators on scene told Gephardt Daily the victim appears to be a male in his early to mid-20s. They say it looked as though he had been struck by multiple vehicles. The body was first reported by a couple of passing motorists around 11:15 p.m. The police investigation is continuing. A Salt Lake City woman was hospitalized Tuesday in serious condition after being shot at a home directly across the street from Jackson Elementary School. Police were called to the residence at 757 West 200 North about 3:25 p.m. When they arrived, they found a woman suffering significant blood loss from a gunshot wound to the leg. Minutes later, the suspected gunman was spotted at the nearby intersection of 800 West and North Temple, just 2 blocks from the shooting. Police moved in and made the arrest, and the suspect was taken into custody. Police recovered a handgun believed to be used in the shooting. A man trying to break a land speed record crashed at the Bonneville Salt Flats Tuesday while driving at more than 180 miles an hour. 78-year-old Jerry K. Wortman of Big Sky, Montana, was removed from his vehicle and stabilized before being taken to the University Medical Center in Salt Lake City. No word at this hour on Wortman's condition, and the cause of the accident is still under investigation. And now let's look at the Wasatch Front forecast, where we'll see a bit of a warming trend after a couple of days of mild temperatures. Expect to see highs Wednesday in the low to mid 80s, and Thursday and Friday will be back in the low 90s. A slight chance of rain each day, especially in the afternoons. That's it for now. For more headlines 24/7, go to gebhardtdaily.com. And Todd and Erin, for now, back to you.
Thank you, Daisy.
All right, so yesterday I was hanging out with John from All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. He was working on a guy's, actually went on the job with him. We're outside the house. And we looked at his AC unit because it was, everything was woo, making the noise. The fan was going woo and all that stuff. But the guy said he had no cold air coming through. And so I stayed out, hanging out by the truck. And John went in and walked in, and this is what he did. He changed the air filter.
That was it?
He changed the air filter. Here's the situation. The air filter slows down airflow. Airflow that runs across very cold coils and then goes to your house. If the air doesn't go by fast enough, it doesn't keep them warm enough, and they freeze up, and next thing you know, you got no air. So he said, thank you very much. The guy goes, wow, that was great. You helped me out. It's no charge. Out of here.
No way.
Yeah, that's how cool he is. So anyway, if you're looking for help, All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air, just go to allutahplumbing.com for more information.
Time for the big thank you, Christophers.
Well, no, first of all, we're going to talk about us being millionaires because we went to...
Oh, that's right.
We went to Wyoming yesterday, and of course, because of Erin...
Zoe, who's 6, I went, Wyoming. We're going to a completely different state. It's like the child had never been out of Utah before. She was so weirded out by it.
Wyoming. Good question. Why? So we went, and evidently we have to eat food every time we go.
I can't believe you're making me do this.
Hold up, I gotta order.
Our fortune awaits, and you're...
Yeah, the kids are hungry. It's a long drive to Evanston Powell.
That guy thinks you're being romantic with me. Yeah, can I get 2 ice cream cones? What else?
Hi, can we get a 10-piece chicken McNugget with ranch sauce, a large fry, a Happy Meal with the yogurt?
What's Happy Meal?
Whatever Happy Meal.
Hamburger, cheeseburger for nuggets? Nuggets.
Oh yeah, the nuggets, please. The 4 with a 10-piece chicken McNugget with ranch sauce, a large fry, a Happy Meal with the yogurt.
What's Happy Meal?
Whatever Happy Meal.
Hamburger, cheeseburger for nuggets? Nuggets.
Oh yeah, the nuggets, please. The 4 with barbecue sauce.
How many pieces?
4.
Barbecue sauce?
Yes, please.
Yogurt?
Yogurt,
Okay,
chocolate, and chocolate milk.
Okay,
Okay, and can I get a sweet barbecue bacon burger?
Thank you. Why didn't you just order the artisan chicken at McDonald's?
I know, I was confused.
Okay, so just remember, we got ice creams.
I thought I was getting beef, actually. Oh well.
We are moving forward
Okay, now why didn't
to
you
get
anything?
our
'Cause
money.
You're going to get hungry and they're going to be all pissy with me because you didn't get anything to eat.
That guy up in the truck in front thought you were jumping me.
He looks kind of crazy anyway.
He's a crazy
He
guy.
looks like the kind of guy like, I could do that.
He's like Park City crazy guy. All right.
Everybody has to have a Park City crazy
All right, everyone gets their ice cream cone. Everybody's happy. Shush. Okay. All right, is everyone happy now? Here, Zoe, grab your ice cream. There we go. All right. You know, this is not a reasonable way to spend your finances on ice cream cones.
It's 69 cents.
69 cents out of $430 million is a lot. That's where people make the mistake.
Yeah, between the ice cream and the cut flour.
Right?
Man, you're gonna
Exactly.
Be bankruptcy in no
All right,
time.
so can I have some ice cream?
No.
Come on.
You didn't order any ice cream because you were in a fit, so I'm not giving you any of mine.
I was fine. All right, fine.
All right, so I'm looking at Facebook here. Why didn't Zachary get an ice cream cone? What kind of parents are you?
He didn't want one.
He doesn't
He's
eat
on
ice cream.
He's on a low sugar diet. He was
he-
fine.
we gave him a bottle of water.
He got chicken McNuggets.
That's right. We
No,
did.
really.
So
And then, of course, Todd spent the rest of the entire trip whining at me to share my sandwich with him. Although I would like to point out that he refused to order anything at the McDonald's.
she didn't share either.
Yeah, because you didn't order anything. I'm not responsible for your nutritional needs if you refuse to order your own food.
Yes, you are. That's why I married you.
That's the crucial point of marriage. I get to be completely illogical
Get to-
because I'm married to you.
I get to eat your food, except
Oh, and
You
you
cannot-
totally bogart poor little Zoe's ice cream cone.
you cannot
You took
steal
a
my
si-
food when we go to Christopher's.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's beyond.
That's a big thank
anything.
you.
I don't care, marriage
Right.
or not. The big thank you is our invitation to send you to Christopher's Prime Steakhouse. Oh, someone sent me a picture of the lobster corn dog appetizer as they bit into it, which was almost as good as being there. Except for I wanted to kill myself after. But in any case, we send you and 3 friends. You have a wonderful night. We send you being picked up by Marsh with executive transportation. He takes really good care of you. And then you come home that night feeling wonderful. You've hung out with friends, had a great time, had a great meal. And all you had to do was sign up on Facebook. Now, if you've been watching this far, this is the time you make a comment to enter for the Christopher's dinner. It's very, very easy. Just drop a comment on one of our Facebook pages. That's Todd and Erin. That would also be Gephardt Daily or Gephardt Approved. Do one of those, you're set, you're entered, and we draw a new winner on Friday.
All right, coming. You know what I would do? If I win for $430 million, I'd buy Christopher's, and I'd live there.
No, I would just make the chef live with us in our new mansion, and he would have to make us Christopher's food every day.
Every single day. All right, coming up, what would Erin do with the money if we win $430? The drawing's tonight, by the way.
What would Todd do?
That's next.
Todd and Erin's Morning Stream, brought to you by Black Diamond Experts. Electric, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. You'll be glad you called an expert. Fink and McGregor, mortgages made simple. Make sure you go to fink-mcgregor.com and try out their 4-minute mortgage program. It's incredibly easy to find out whether you qualify.
The Todd and Erin Morning Stream is actually available anytime at GephardtDaily.com. Just click on the Todd and Erin page.
Okay, now it's your turn. What are you going to do with how much is it again? $340 million or $420 million?
After $4 million, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, it doesn't matter.
All
It's
right.
just a crap load.
Give me one good thing you'd like to do, one of your noble things.
I would find a group that had some very positive steps towards desalination, that were close to a breakthrough, or they were on a different course, or they, whatever. They could take seawater, and think of like Africa, think of
That would be
different continents,
huge. Yeah.
that you could take seawater at a high rate of speed, because they can do it now, but not at a high rate of speed.
It's very slow, yeah.
And be able to turn that into fresh drinking water. And so I'd find a small startup that had this new process that they're really, really happy about, and just lay some bucks on them to see if it would push them forward. That's what I would do.
That really is actually genius.
That's my nice thing.
All right, so now that you've done that, what is your greedy, self-absorbed, I rule the world Todd movement?
I would like to have. I'd like to have a family cabin again, and have some toys. So
That's your whole greedy thing? I thought you were
People
going to buy
could
like
come
a
out.
continent or something.
oh no, there is a desert island, but there and the same thing there. There's boats and fishing stuff and junk like that, and the cabin's got some toys so people can come up. But one of the things that I really like is cooking for people, and laying out a feast, and sitting back and watching them laugh, and drink wine and eat food and be together.
You're such a nurturer.
But I don't know, a dining table made of gold 40 feet long.
You can all just shave off a chip when you leave. It's like a little hostess present.
I have no idea. But that's all I can think of.
I love that.
I mean, I'd like a little fishing boat or something. Or
You could afford like 27 yachts and line them up next to each
I
other.
would hate a yacht. I I don't know.
I think I'd be okay with yacht.
I think I would dress the exact same way I do now.
The road.
Oh, by the way, Zoe, thank you for the butterfly hands in the back. She was very determined that we did
Really
notice and
nice.
appreciate her butterfly hands.
All right, so you asked me what I want. What do you want? What would you do with $430 million from the mega super duper lottery thing?
Well, it'd be all the obvious ones, like, pay off everybody's stuff and do a big foundation for autism for Zachary McClaney.
Besides all the nice stuff.
Well, this one really is. I know how this sounds, but this is actually for me because it's selfish. I would take all of us, the kids, us, and I would go to every single continent, every single country, and I'd try to introduce the kids to the culture and what they're like and what they need there. And then I would like to drop a big fat chunk of money somewhere
In a program.
in each country where it would matter. Like in Africa, obviously, most of the major programs are malaria and water. But I would spend our fortune like that. I mean, I would leave enough
I'm
for us
good
to
with
be
that.
comfortable, but I would leave big chunks of money everywhere because I think the thing I've seen recently in America is that when you have extraordinarily wealthy people, it isolates you from the rest of the world. It seems to take them away from understanding humanity anymore. And I liked the idea of Carnegie in the early 1900s, where he gave his money away before he died. He wanted it to go to places where it would be, and it's still of use today, over 100 years later.
And then the Gates.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I would like to do.
Okay.
And I would like to introduce the kids to why this is so important in this country, in this continent. So that would be my dream.
We sound so noble. I'm sure that
I'm
at
not that
some
noble.
point-
It was really for me.
I'm
It
sure at
is.
some point she'd have a car that had a nougat dispenser in it
Well, that's a given.
or something,
Duh.
But
I mean, that's obvious.
but when you really start thinking about it, it's just like I wouldn't want a fancy car. I wouldn't want because I'd kill myself.
I kind of like a Tesla.
I would go.
I'd like a Tesla.
I'd end up wrapped around a tree somewhere. I really would.
Anything real high powered, and we're just
I
screwed
just-
anyway. So.
Yeah, I'm not that bright. All right. So, speaking of that,
So moving on into the lottery adventure.
the treasurer. This is like a ongoing.
Isn't there one more lottery?
No, we're good.
Okay.
No,
All
we're
righty.
good. I wanted to talk about. This. The county recorder.
Well, this is really weird. Julie Doyle. Now, you know the nightmare they've had in Salt Lake City with the Salt Lake City Recorder's Office anyway. And this is
Right.
because of Gary Ott. And there was a lot of complaints that Julie and his girlfriend, caregiver, Carmen, had been hiding his health issues in order
Okay.
to kind of keep control of the county recorders.
What's his name again?
His name is Gary Ott, as you remember.
Gary Ott's having some issues. Wasn't showing up for work. Wasn't really there.
There was definitely some mental health issues and
Right.
aging issues, dementia possibly, but he was still continuing to collect almost $200,000 in taxpayer paid salary and benefits.
And he's not elected. He was appointed, which means you can't take
Just
him out.
dump him, unfortunately. So
Right.
she's the acting Salt Lake County recorder now, and she got a cease and desist from the Utah elections manager, Mark Thomas, saying stop. He says you're potentially violating state law and you're being unethical because she was recycling old endorsements just days before the GOP voters are due to pick the new recorder.
She was doing what?
Recycling old endorsements. These were back from 2011 when she ran for the Salt Lake County Republican chair.
For her.
Yes, which had really nothing to do with the recorder's office
Right.
at all. They were from another election 6 years ago.
Right.
And so, and I aired again, I believe, without the consent of any of the people who initially endorsed her for another elected seat. So,
Because they might change.
so even after the specific, you have to take these down, she hasn't. So we're Facebook friends with her, and I was on this morning, and everything's still up. So it just keeps going with the recorder's office. Maybe it's on an Indian burial ground too. I don't know, but
I think it's, where it's located. Eagle Mountain.
Probably.
There's a running joke that Eagle Mountain is possessed because it was built on an Indian burial ground.
and it's not really, but it's just like all the mayors there.
Did you hear the new mayor's going away?
No, already?
Never. They get more mayors than your dad had wives.
More than 6?
Yeah.
Oh, that just explained a few
Yeah.
things about my family.
All
didn't
right,
it?
you good?
I'm good. Yeah.
All right.
yeah.
So coming up, we get to Evanston, and maybe we get those tickets for $1 Million thing, and
Your
that's
tickets.
coming up right after Daisy.
We're brought to you this morning by Executive Transportation. Elegant service, professional style. Go to executiveutah.com. And All Utah Plumbing. Your home deserves the best. 24-hour emergency service at allutahplumbing.com. Did you know you can catch the Todd and Erin morning stream any time of the day or night on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and GephardtDaily.com?
All right, so we took the exit. Where do we go? Where do they sell
Well,
them?
everybody sells lottery tickets.
Look how people park in Wyoming.
Well, there you go.
That's a little odd.
Really? Or do we have to go somewhere where we actually find a line?
Well, there's a line at the porn store. Okay, are we ready?
Yes, what's the plan?
The plan is you go in and buy them.
I don't know how to do the numbers. Do I just have them do random numbers
Yeah,
for
just
us?
do them random.
Should I get some scratch-offs?
Why do you like scratch-offs?
Because it's immediate gratification.
Yeah, but you're always sad when you don't win.
No, I'm always offended when I don't win. There's a
Oh.
complete difference.
Okay. How many are we getting?
I don't know. We should get some for listeners that we said we were going to give some away.
Okay, here's the problem. What if we get some for listeners and theirs win and ours don't?
Finder's fee. Finder's fee.
Of what?
50% finder's fee.
50%.
50% finder's fee.
Or why don't we hold them and assign names to them, and then when they win, we give them a percentage.
Uh-huh. Like that.
That sounds fair.
Lens flare. That was good.
Yeah.
All right. No, but okay. Coming up in just a couple of seconds, we're going to give away the first numbers for the lottery for the Powerball that's being drawn tonight.
Is this legal?
Yeah, why wouldn't it be? We bought them. It's just our little present. It's like a present. Except for you have to agree to give us half.
And we didn't bring back illegal fireworks, or did we?
No, we didn't, and you were a little disappointed by that when you realized we'd forgotten. Okay, well, let's go to Daisy in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom. She is brought to you, of course, by Fink and McGregor. Mortgages made simple. Just go to fink-mcgregor.com. There's a 4-minute mortgage challenge. Take it, and they'll have someone call you within the next business day. Executive Transportation, our friend March with his delightful fleet of Escalades ready to go. All you have to do to book your ride is go to executiveutah.com. And Black Diamond Experts, that is electric, plumbing, heating, and air. 24-hour service. You'll be glad you called an expert. BlackDiamondExperts.com. Daisy, what's going on today?
Hello again, everyone. Here's a look at national and world news headlines Wednesday, August 16th on GephardtDaily.com. Just one day after condemning white supremacists, neo-Nazis, and the violence in Charlottesville, Virginia, Donald Trump has done an about-face. A visibly angry Trump took questions at a press event Tuesday and blamed much of the violence on counter-protesters. Mr. Trump went so far as to say there were, quote, some very fine people, unquote, among the throng of torch-bearing Nazis who marched through Charlottesville shouting anti-Jewish slogans last weekend. Politicians on both sides of the aisle are criticizing Trump's remarks, although he did get a thank you tweet from KKK leader David Duke. Newly discovered satellite photos may have given scientists possible new clues in the disappearance of missing Malaysian Airlines Flight 370. The 4 satellite photos taken less than a month after MH370 vanished in 2014 show 70 objects drifting on the ocean in the predicted crash zone. The Australian Navy conducted an exhaustive search for the missing airliner. Military officials are saying the new evidence is being investigated but is far from certain. And closer to home, some mail-in ballots have yet to be tallied, but as of Tuesday evening, Provo Mayor John Curtis had a strong lead in the GOP race to fill the House of Representatives position, left open by Jason Chaffetz's departure. Curtis, a moderate Republican and former Democrat, left his competitors in the dust, beating both by double digits with 42% of the vote. He'll now go on to the general election to face the Democratic challenger in November. That's it for now. For more headlines from across the country and around the world, go to GephardtDaily.com. For now, Todd and Erin, back to you.
Thank you, my lovely Daisy. Okay, Black Diamond Experts. The reason why they're called experts is because there's pretty much nothing in your house that can go wrong that they can't fix for you. That is electric, plumbing, heating, and air. And when you get one of these guys who comes to your house, he's going to take a look at the problem. He's going to give you a bid. And then as you're looking through the bid, you'll notice that there's no little weird hidden fees or charges or widget fees or executive delay fees or whatever else they put in those sometimes. And when you pay the bill, when he's finished the job to your satisfaction, it will be exactly what he had quoted. Now, this is the part that's really nice for me as a mom, just because anytime I let a repair person into my house, I want to know who they are. And their guys are licensed, bonded, and insured. So when they shows up, this is a guy, this is a person you can feel comfortable having in your house and working with all of your systems. So once again, I mean, come on, it's electric, plumbing, heating, and air. It's so embarrassingly simple. And all you have to do to reach them is either call 801-207-7976, or you can go to blackdiamondexperts.com.
All right, so
The Outdoors Bandit.
the Outdoors Bandit.
Now, they've had some fairly good close-ups of him from the surveillance cameras.
They had a really good one because he wasn't robbing the bank at the time. He went in to change the money that he gotten.
Really?
So they had this plain picture of him. There he is.
Wow, that's embarrassing. Now, how many Utah...
He goes, "Hi, my name's Daniel."
I'm the one who's, robbed all the Utah banks. How many has he robbed so far?
I don't know. It was a lot.
Yeah,
It was over 4.
That was a lot.
That's a lot of threatening people for money.
Pretty much, yeah.
So anyway, basically, he is in custody now. And I want you to think about this.
And what they had said, and when we put up his picture, we're like, do you know this guy? Could you please call the police and tell them if you know this person?
Well, his family was watching. And that's their brother and their son. So he came over. They asked him to come over. He came in. I'm not sure if he knew that photo was up. And they said, "Come on over for dinner." And they confronted him.
They said, dude, is this you? Have you been doing this?
No, it's "Dude, this is you."
So he ran. He went to California.
Well, can you imagine the tension in that room?
Oh, can you
Imagine the attention.
And they were trying to urge him to turn himself in. Saying,
Daniel,
we'll stand by you, but
were you not hugged enough? What did we do wrong? Nothing.
where's the money now?
Exactly.
Oh wait, I don't mean that part.
So he jumps in a car and takes off. Eventually gets a rental car. Eventually is heading towards California. They catch him. Now, if you were going to leave the country, where would you go?
An island, somewhere that doesn't have extradition rules with the United States.
Well, I don't think he's that smart because he robbed 5 banks and he got caught. So I'm not sure.
He was heading to Belgium. The FBI arrested him before he got on his flight to Belgium.
Belgium, because Belgium known for
I like Brussels.
waffles. They were known for waffles.
Well, NATO is headed there. My sister was a diplomat in Belgium, so I know it a little bit. And it's a very lovely place, but it
Well, he didn't make it there.
doesn't seem like that would be the big haven for a bank robber.
So his family turned him in. They called the cops.
Wow.
They said, "Listen, this is where he's headed."
That's got to be such a beating of a call. Can
That
you
is
imagine?
a hard phone call to make.
But it gives me a lot of respect for them, though, because it shows me that that's how they try to raise their kids, as honorable and honest. And this is what you do. You do the right thing.
Right. Well, you'd have to, because he could put people in danger.
Oh, that's so harsh.
It's not like he had a parking permit that is a violation with parking tickets.
All right, we are going to give out. Please let me do it now. Please.
Okay.
All right, we're going to give out the first 2 winning numbers, and you have to agree. Once again, you're going to split the money with us when you win. So.
Oh yeah. Wait. I'm going to start writing rules.
We're going to give away 2 winning numbers right
All right.
now. If you want to just post on Facebook, I want to win.
Split money.
I'll pick 2 of you, and then I'm going to personal message you your number and a picture of your number on your ticket, so you know you have it. And
If we get sick, we're expecting organs from you.
eyeballs, corneas, liver.
All right.
Probably the liver first.
Our
for both of
dog
us.
might need to be cared for from time to time while we're in vacation in Belgium.
Emergency babysitting options, we want them all. So anyway, if you can just state right now in any one of the 3 Facebook pages that you would like to win the lottery tickets, I will personal message 2 of you with your number with a photograph of it, so you've got it. Okay? You ready to go? Deep breath. We'll be right back in just a couple of minutes. This is a really sick thing. Someone has stolen chocolate. Not only chocolate, but 20 tons.
Why?
Chocolate.
Where? How?
Humanity.
It's next.
We're brought to you this morning by Executive Transportation, elegant service, professional. We're brought to you this morning by Executive Transportation. Elegant service, professional style. Go to executiveutah.com. And All Utah Plumbing. Your home deserves the best. 24-hour emergency service at allutahplumbing.com. Did you know you can catch the Todd and Erin morning stream any time of the day or night on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and GephardtDaily.com?
All right, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
If crooks hijacked a tractor trailer rig, the trailer part, right?
Yeah.
And it was full of doggy biscuits. Do you care?
No, they're dog biscuits.
Okay. Let's say a tractor trailer, and a trailer is full of can openers. Do you care?
No. I can go to the dollar store and get a can opener. Who
This
cares?
comes from Germany. In Germany, the thieves, I guess they wanted something extremely bad, and they found this refrigerated, that's a key word, refrigerated tractor trailer.
Those are expensive.
They are.
Those are very expensive.
And why do you keep things cold? Because it could be perishable.
That would be one thing. So it could be things like lobster or
Yes.
fruit.
It could be affected by the heat in some fashion.
This is true.
Well, these police are hot on the trail of these guys because they hooked up another truck to the trailer and drove off with it, containing 20 tons of chocolate.
The humanity! What is wrong with you people?
Dirty, rotten dogs.
You monsters!
They took off with the entire thing. They found they pulled up with an empty trailer. They actually hand-loaded everything onto the other ones. And this included some of the Kinder Surprise eggs.
Oh, those are delicious. They're German. They're like little eggs, but you eat off like the top shell. And then inside there's like a little duck or a chick or something like that. It's really cute.
You eat the chick?
Oh, you can. And then you eat the rest of it. Oh, and Nutella? What's wrong with you people?
Nutella candies.
You're depriving all of us of our Nutella?
Right?
That's just low.
And so they basically took off $82,000.
Wow.
$82,000, and all the world is praying for is that the new tractor trailer is refrigerated. Because can you imagine what would happen if the heat rose and those eggs were exposed to it, and you would have just a river of chocolate? Done.
I don't even know how to respond to this.
Oh, people would be looking off the road, you know.
I'd be there. I'm
It's
so sorry.
chocolate.
I wouldn't be proud, but yeah, I'd be there going, yeah.
Oh, they're asking for help. If you've saw anybody loading tractor trailers.
And you were in Germany at the time?
Right, and they had
For all of our German viewers.
Yeah, they have stuff all over them.
Actually, we do have German viewers.
We
That's
do
right.
have German.
Not a lot, but a few.
Yeah, they're being forced to watch it.
Oh, this is so funny. Oh, Carol and Rod say, if I will share if I win the lotto ticket, I will even give you chocolate. Thank you. I appreciate that. And April goes, I love kids and dogs. I can do both those things if I win the lotto tickets. No problem. See, these people understand us and our needs.
Do they?
Babysitting and chocolate.
You see your rundown here for a second.
I love that about you. And once again, you guys, if you want to just mention on any one of our 3 Facebook pages, Gephardt Daily, Gephardt Approved, or Todd and Erin, we are giving away 4 tickets that will hopefully
numbers,
have the
four
winning,
numbers.
4 numbers.
Numbers.
The numbers. 4 numbers
And
that would be the winning numbers for you.
The rules are, number 1, we split the money. Number 2, you give us organs if one of our fails.
No, don't do the organs. That seems excessive. If we get half of
It's
$430
$430 million.
well, then for $215 million, we can buy our own organs on the black market like everybody else does, Todd.
Excessive is the definition of $430 million.
You know, that's why a black market is available to you. Okay, so just
This is
back
weird.
off.
This is a throwback. Today is the anniversary of Woodstock,
Oh, Sandy says, take a kidney.
1969.
Really?
Woodstock. Isn't that funny?
That it was today?
It is today.
And this is the whole thing. This was like the first massive music festival that went on forever, and everyone was covered in mud and LSD and.
You weren't covered in LSD, Erin. So anyway, what's on you? Oh, LSD.
I didn't know.
Just brushing it off. And of course, Woodstock, they had longtime artists. They had people like Bob Dylan. They had all these different, the Grateful Dead, Sly and the Family Stones, Janis Joplin. You've seen the videos. They made a documentary.
Baez.
The documentary was the only thing that made money.
Get out! After
No.
all of that?
Well, here's the deal: they planned it for 50,000 people,
Oh man.
and 200,000 people showed up, and they just kept coming.
That was like
once
our
the
last
word got
psychic
out.
fair.
Can you imagine how bad it would be if there was social media at the time?
Oh man.
Because only a certain amount of people realized it was going on.
They were all
And yes,
pretty
there-
laid back about it, though.
And yes, there was look out for the boom man. 50,000 people was planned for. They made nothing. They made nothing. They were underprepared. It's like the
After
eclipse.
all of
What's going to
that.
happen in Ohio, basically.
After all of that.
But that's 1969. All I remember is my dad calling them dirty, rotten hippies. It's true.
It's
It's
the
true.
unwashed long hairs.
That's right.
We go to Burning Man, honey. People think we're hippies, okay? Seriously. Okay, I don't understand this. There's like this new crime thing happening now in Utah, and I don't
is
think
it?
I fully understand it. Do you remember Taylorsville days when they had all that gang activity, and all of a sudden the police were trying to break fights up because there was this massive fight, and all of a sudden then there's bear spray.
Right.
Not like pepper spray from the police, mind you, but bear spray. You can see they're hosing kids down, sorry about the bear spray, don't know where it came from. The
So it wasn't any of the officials.
Oh, no, it wasn't law enforcement. Nobody knows who busted out the bear spray. Okay, it just happened again. This poor woman, she was shot in South Salt Lake. The emergency responders came, and she was shot in the leg and the torso. They raced in. They were trying to help her. And as they were attempting to clear the house, they got nailed with a high concentration of bear spray, which had been sprayed throughout the apartment. So not only was this poor woman shot twice, then she's coated in bear spray. And I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, so
they actually couldn't respond as quickly as they wanted to because nobody was prepared for bear spray. They
We
had
can't get near the
masks
person to help out. And even the cops, when they spray bear spray or
No, it's pepper spray.
pepper spray, they also are affected by it because it's usually close range.
But I'm like, why bear spray? And where are you getting it? Is bear spray this
Yeah.
legally available,
Yeah.
easily found substance now? Because
Yeah.
I've never seen bear spray.
Okay,
I've never seen anyone who had bear spray. I've never seen bear spray sprayed. When did it become this go-to thing?
Well, the Bears started it. What's wrong with you? So the big bottles are about this size. This
Bears
size.
started it.
And then you carry them on your hip, and they shoot like wasp spray, right? And you're hitting a high.
long streak?
They
Okay.
spray a long, steady, and then the bear goes, hey. And a lot of the bears don't stop. They just use it as spices when they eat you.
That's nice.
So they like that. So I don't know.
It just seems like a weird go-to,
Right.
crime edition.
All right, do you have
I'm
more?
not. I don't have a firearm, but I'm gonna use bear spray.
The lottery tickets we bought yesterday. Do you have any
Okay.
more you want to give
Yeah,
away?
there's two more that we wanna-
This is it.
There's two more we want to give now, and this is two more series of numbers that will be your winning numbers, I'm sure. All you have to do is mention on our Facebook pages, any one of them, Todd and Erin, Gephardt Daily, Gephardt Approved, you'd like to win. I will personal message you a picture of your line of numbers, which will hopefully be the winning ones, and you just have to agree to share with us.
All right.
It's 430 million.
So
You'll be fine.
we've shown you pictures and video of us going to Wyoming because we actually had a great time, and
The kids were amazingly nice.
they were amazingly nice. And thanks for watching the show on the Todd and Erin morning stream at GepHardtDaily.com.
And is this the last part?
This is the last part.
All right, look at this.
This place is great. They had everything.
All right, shut your door. All right, what do you got for Zoe?
I got the crazy cotton candy. That's Let's Loose, baby, so watch out.
Okay,
I
set it
got you
down.
your favorite duffels.
Nice.
Oh, here's some extra ones.
All right, and
Look,
Zach,
this is
Zach
so
gets
cute.
stuff too.
Look
Get
how
stuff,
cute this is. Ah,
get stuff for Zach.
that's for
Okay,
Zachy.
that's cool.
Isn't that great?
Where are the
Look,
where are the tickets?
oh, I got you one.
Watch yourself. Be careful. Did you take your medication today? All right, bye.